Oh, a Flyers video? Haven't done this in a while. The Flyers have one down and one to go in terms of restricted free agents. What is going on, everyone? Hockey, Flyers hockey. It's been so long since I actually had something to talk about, and this was a big one. This was a big move that happened. I was initially going to wait to talk about this Ivan Provorov deal because I thought maybe Travis Konecny would follow up shortly after, but according to the Flyers insiders and the Flyers reporters, they're not close. Travis Konecny wants a long-term deal. They're not close. So I figured, you know what, let's talk about Ivan Provorov. I've actually been thinking about Flyers hockey over the last few days. I know that seems crazy, right, with the Phillies in the mix and the Eagles finally starting. But before you know it, the Flyers are actually going to be here early October. We're in the middle of September. Flyers hockey is sneaking up. And by the way, if you wanted to get yourself to a game, or any game, not just the Flyers, any game, you can use the promo code BROACH for $20 off of your tickets. Use it. All right, let's talk about Ivan Provorov. He signs a 6-year deal. The AAV, $6.75 million. Now, the way the contract breaks down, the first year is $6.75. The second year is $4.75. Third year, $7.125. Fourth year, $4.75. And then on the back years, it is closer to 8 and 8.5. Not bad constructed. Absolutely not. I'm a fan. Chuck Fletcher did something that I like. I almost called him Fletcher Cox. Now, Fletcher Cox is not the Flyers GM, I promise you. But I'm surprised. I actually liked something that Chuck Fletcher did in terms of a contract. Wow, I would have never thought. Keep in mind, this happened one day before a training camp. So it was almost as if there was some sense of urgency involved with the Flyers and Ivan Provorov. Now, Alain Vigneault, the new Flyers head coach, spoke about this about a week or so ago. At least that's when I saw it. Supporting the player, saying, listen, it's part of the business. I hope they get what they want at the end of the day. This is all part of the business these days. Hopefully they can come to terms soon. So you have the head coach supporting the players, which is realistically how it goes these days in sports, right? But I like it because Ivan Provorov is a 22-year-old defenseman who averages over 23 minutes, close to 24 minutes per game. He has the chance to be a serious stud in this league. And if you're getting him at any of these numbers that I've stated per year, come on now. Come on. That's a snag. Some of these top-end defensemen are going for $10 million plus. Now, I don't think he's going to be a Drew Doughty, an Erik Karlsson, a Brett Burns. No, I don't think he's going to be to that level. But if he's near the top of the league in play, and as the cap continues to go up, this deal is going to look silly. Last season, he had a down year. So did the entire team. The message was blah. Out of Dave Haxtell. You fire the GM and Ron Hextall. It was a mess. The team was a dumpster fire last year. And you can see it in the numbers of Ivan Provorov. And not just Ivan Provorov, but everybody. Last year, he had 82 games played. Only 26 points and was minus 16. But the year prior, he was plus 17. Keep in mind, he's only 22 years of age. And like I said, he's logging in close to 24 minutes per. And he's on the ice against other teams' top players. It's insane. What this kid can be is insane. But hopefully he can pick it up from what he was last year. Now, over his 3 years of playing for the Flyers, 246 games played, 97 points. He's a player who I don't really care if he scores or not. He's added some offense to his game since he came into the league. I will say that. He joins the rush at great times. I think he's added that layer to his style of play. But I don't care about his points. I don't. I care about him locking down players. I feel like his defensive game is what I care about the most. I wouldn't consider him a stay-at-home defenseman. I can see him as like a two-way guy because he can contribute offensively. But I just care about what he does defensively more than the O side. He will continue to grow in that aspect, but I care about him shutting down other teams' players. I care about his plus minus. Minus 16 is no good for one of our top defensemen. Keep in mind, we now have veteran D. Niskanen came in. Justin Braun came in. And that's going to help this kid's growth. Because now there's more veteran D. Last year we were throwing in 20-year-olds left and right all through the roster. It's insane. So I really do love the deal. I do. I think it's great. He signed because everyone was waiting for the market to set. This restricted free agency class is insane right now. Everyone's waiting. The Mitch Marner thing's a joke. Laine's still waiting. There's so many top-tier players just waiting to get all their money because they want this obnoxious amount. And I'm all for players getting paid, but here's the thing. When the salary cap doesn't move to the level that these GMs and owners expected it to move at, you can't just demand an insane pay raise. Your pay raise goes with the pay raise of the cap. So, you have Mitch Marner, and you can't let him go, but he wants all this money, and offer sheets are involved. It's a mess. I don't even want to get into it. It's a mess. But Werenski went. Columbus Blue Jackets signed Werenski for a $5 million per year deal for 3 years, so a total of 15. They signed him to that, and that's when Provorov decided to make his move as he was waiting for the market to set. I would guess that Provorov probably wanted more per year. But when he got the longer term with it, he realized, okay, let's go. And maybe he just wants to get back. Maybe he wants all this crap to be over with, and he wants to be in training camp. Not every player wants to be in training camp, and I'm not saying Konecny doesn't, but there are some people who hold out like, dude, I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go through that. But it seems as if Ivan Provorov wants to be out on the ice, and he wants to be in shape, and he wants to hit training camp with this team. And that's cool to hear. So, in terms of Konecny still waiting out because he wants a long-term deal, I don't know what long-term means. If he got offered a 6-year deal similar to Provorov and he's turning that down because he wants longer, then I'm going to look at him and question what the hell is going on. But if Chuck Fletcher's out there trying to get a bridge deal for Konecny and it's a 2-3 year deal type thing, then I can see the frustration. Then I can understand why Konecny's holding out. Now, as of today, Joel Farabee is actually in the lineup in Konecny's spot. And the beat reporters are saying he is out there like he will never play hockey again. And what they mean by that is he's got a light under his ass and he is flying around trying to really show, he wants to be there. It's as if there's an opportunity and he's making sure he's making noise and making sure he's working his ass off and battling and fighting for it, which is great. Now, obviously, he's not Travis Konecny at this point in his career, but I like the fact that Joel Farabee's in that slot and he's making sure he's working hard. I did find myself tuning into that Prospects game, by the way. I couldn't believe it. Watching Joel Farabee. Watching Morgan Frost. I couldn't believe it. I was actually intrigued and interested that hockey's coming back. I have some high hopes for this Flyers team. Every year, they stink, they're good. They stink, they're good. They stink, they're good. Well, we're on the they're good side of it. And I'm a huge fan of Alain Vigneault. I really am. I'm a big fan of that hire. The one other person I would have liked to get was Quenneville, and that didn't happen. And this was the second best option, which isn't even a bad option. I'm a big fan of Alain Vigneault. I think that they needed to do something new with the bench. I'm not a big fan of where we are in terms of assistant coaches, but how much of an outcome do they really have on everything? Not too much. The Flyers got me pumped. A full season of Carter Hart. Are you kidding me? A full season of the kid? They just had a video up of him showing his new helmet and all the stuff he has on it. And then you get the videos of the new board up in the Wells Fargo Center, the new Jumbotron. And I'm thinking about how crazy the environment is at the Wells Fargo for Flyers games. I didn't go to too many games last year, right? Because they pissed me off and they disgusted me. But I did go to one. And when I was sitting there and they have the flashing LED lights on the boards and all the lights are going out flashing, oh my God. Good thing I wasn't on drugs or something and sitting there. I would have been like, what is going on? That place is crazy with lights and everything. Not that I do drugs, I'm just saying in general. Like, if you didn't know that was going to happen and you end up doing drugs beforehand, what's going on here? The way they make that place now for the Flyers games, it's nuts. It's so loud and it's so bright and everything's flashing. That scoreboard's going to be nuts. So anyway, by the way, I do need to throw this in here. Nolan Patrick's injured again. He's day-to-day. I think he's shown signs of being solid. I think he's shown signs of being a good player. That draft sucked. Of course, when we get the second overall pick, that draft stinks. I don't think he's a horrendous player. He's very serviceable, and I think he would be a great third-line center. But he seems to get banged up a lot. He's always injured. He's always nursing something. And right now, he's day-to-day. We're already back to the upper body injuries, the lower body injuries. Like, that's what we're going with again. That's hockey season. The hockey medical staff can never really tell you what it is. Upper body, lower body. That's it. Those are your two options. Let me know what you think down below on this Ivan Provorov deal, on some Travis Konecny stuff, Nolan Patrick, Carter Hart, Alain Vigneault, whatever you want on the Flyers. Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I will see you next time.